All right, lesson 40 today. We're going to talk about area of a circle, course 3. Pretty cool stuff, area of a circle. You can do all kinds of cool stuff with area of a circle. But basically, area of a circle is some information that you need to know. Area of a circle is A equals pi r squared. If you were to cut a circle up into 4 parts like it shows you on page 264 in your books, the area of a circle is less than 4 squares that you can make out of that, but more than 3. So basically, if you were to sit at a circular table with a radius of 6 feet, you can find out how much room you'd have if you had to share that with people, if you divide that up. So the area of a circle, how much room are you going to get? Okay, so it's pi r squared, so 3.14 times 6 squared, which is 3.14 times 36. Big table. 3.14 times 36, 24, 8, 18, 12, 4, 9, 4, 10, 11, and then 11. Okay, so 111.04 square feet. All right, so you could do some pretty neat stuff with that. Now, sometimes you might be told to do something like this. Here's a circle. Its radius is 9 inches. And you need to find the area of that, the circumference and area of the circle. But it's going to say leave pi as pi. So that means we're not going to change pi at all. So we're going to take circumference equals pi times the diameter, which in this case is 18 inches. And we'll stop there. Now remember the other formula? 2 pi r 9 inches. Now to find the area of the circle, and since we're leaving pi as pi, is we can do 3.14. Here's my decimal, I messed that up. 3.14. No, I'm sorry, it said leave pi as pi, so we're not going to do that. We're going to write pi. Sometimes I just translate in my head. R squared. So times 9 squared. Okay, and our answer is going to be expressed in square inches. You could also write this out as pi times 81 square inches, because you automatically square it. So keep that in mind. A couple other things. Center of a circle, I drew 2 radii. This is called, inside here, it's called a sector. The sector is determined by its angles. And we'll do some more with that. Actually, let's talk about that right now. Okay, so this is called an arc. Here we go. So if I label this point at N and this point S, we could determine, if I took my protractor, I could determine, say this is a 45-degree angle. I could determine what sector that is, what fraction of that is. So I can determine that by saying, making a ratio, 45 degrees over a whole circle, 360 degrees. If I were to reduce that, I would come down to 1/8. And what that means is I can find the area of the circle and the area of the sector that I indicated. How would I do that? How would I find the area of a circle and the area of the sector? Well, let's find the area of the circle. But to make sure I make this clear, let's say this is 4 centimeters because I didn't write that down. So you need to know the radius. So area of the circle equals pi r squared. So A equals 3.14 times 4 squared. That's going to be 16 pi. And just for simplify, let's leave expressed in pi. Let's make this simpler for us. I could do all that multiplication, but really the point of this lesson is to understand the formula. So let's leave pi as pi. So my area then is going to be 16 pi square centimeters, right? 16 pi square centimeters, because 4 squared is 16. Now, I have to get over to the other spot. The area of the circle then, area of the sector then is, I'm going to do 1/8 times 16, because 4 squared is 16, pi square centimeters, which I just did. Okay? Which means when I do 16 divided by 8, the area of the sector is 2 pi square centimeters. Okay? And what I can do with that then is I can have a good understanding of what I am indicated to do. Okay? If I was talking about a semicircle sector, then I do what I did, but this time I can do things a little bit differently, because semicircle, I'm talking about half of a circle, so instead of 16, I can express terms as 8, and I can still solve it. So, pretty neat stuff there. So, let's try one more. What if you had a window? And this is the shape of your window, and I didn't draw that very well, but the radius, 36 inches. Okay? How much square feet is that window? This is a little bit of a tougher one. Okay, so if we want to find the area of this whole thing, and I said I wanted square feet. So first let's change 36 inches into feet. Okay, 36 inches divided by 12 is 3, so that's 3 feet of a radius. If this was a whole circle, we would do pi r squared. That's 3.14 times 9. It says you could use your calculators on this one, so yay if you got one. And 4 times 9 equals 28.26 square feet. But remember, that's the whole circle, so we don't have the problem half done. So to figure out what our actual answer is, and since we're talking about a semicircle, we're talking about half of a circle, we'll divide that by 2. And now we get 14.13 square feet. But if we were to round this answer to the nearest square foot, then it would be 14 square feet, and that's how much light that window lets in. So give the rest of those practice problems on page 267 a shot.